It's your boy Coach Defense here. Thanking you for supporting the channel. Become a lockdown defender by hitting that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And if you're enjoying your time, hit that like button. Help us grow in the community. Now check out our latest video. Leave a comment. And as always, you got to step up to lock it down. We're going to take a trip down to, we're going to post up on Chargers Corner real quick. And get some information and going into training camp about the positional battles that I'm most looking forward to. So when it comes down to the battles, I guess you can say, I'm going to get into exactly what I feel like is the most intriguing ones, the most ones that have the most highly competitive areas on the roster, because some things are just obviously not changing. Left tackle's not changing, clearly quarterback's not changing. The running back room might be as well, but I've heard rumors today that Gus Edwards going to probably be the lead dog because J.K. Dobbins still working his way back. But again, we talking about him, I'm starting to smell grass. Training camp is right around the corner. The veterans and the rookies report on the 16th. The veterans on the 23rd. So let's talk about my favorite position battles. I got three positions that I want to talk about real quick that are on my docket that I feel like it's going to be keep your eyes on when it comes down to how they're going to do in camp. So starting off with the wide receivers, clearly it's a brand new room. There's no Mike Williams. There's no Keenan Allen. So the room outside of Quentin Johnson and Josh Palmer is brand new. A lot of new faces. So I think the wide receiver group and the wide receiver room is going to be a hot button issue. Who's going to ascend to that number one receiver role? Quentin Johnson is a former number one pick. Ladd McConkey is a second round pick this year. G.J. Chalk has been a journeyman. Josh Palmer is a former, I want to say he's a third round pick. Brendan Rice and Cornelius Johnson are 7th round picks this past season who were very productive in college. So I think that who is going to ultimately make themselves stand out in training camp and who's going to be Justin's number one target is going to be something to watch. I think that's a very important position group to watch when it comes down to who's going to be the starters and who's going to be the reserves. I do believe that if I had to pick a depth chart, from I guess you can say
top four.
We're way too early. Way too early predictions when it comes down to who's going to be number 1 through 4. I still got a question about Quentin Johnson. I mean, he could be the number 1, but I do believe that if he does not get over his catching issues or they don't feel completely confident in him, I want to go with DJ Chark as being probably be the number 1 guy.
Okay.
Either Quentin Johnson or Josh Palmer being 2. Right now, Josh Palmer's the more short-handed one, so you probably will put him out there at X. And then you go get Ladd McConkey's going to play slot, and then the next person will be Quentin Johnson or Josh Palmer, and then Brendan Rice will be the 5th guy. That's my projection. That's my projection. So we'll see how that goes, but I do believe that G.J. Chark likely with his speed and his versatility will probably be the X. Palmer will be the Z. Ladd will be the slot. Quentin Johnson will be the 4, Brendan Rice will be the 5, and Cornelius Johnson will probably be the 6th man on the roster, but he may not crack the lineup right away unless somebody takes an injury or something like that, or get some package duty. But yeah, I do believe that that's probably how it was going to go, unless things break differently. But again, like I alluded to last week, Ladd McConkey and Justin Herbert have been teaming up in OTAs quite a bit. So I think he likes Ladd. I think like his skill set, his ability to run out the catch. So look for him to be looking for him when it comes down to the training camp targets.
And I think McConkey, if people are not aware, McConkey was a sneaky high-rated receiver in the draft.
He was very underrated. Underrated. Very sneaky. I mean, they saying a faster version of Cooper Kupp.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm here for it. I'm here for it. If you go pick up Cooper Kupp like numbers, we get the sky's the limit for that young man. Yes, indeed.
Right.
But next up for me is inside linebacker. I think that's a very hot button topic in regards to who's going to start. I alluded to Junior Colson last week about how he's the Jesse Minter's former play caller in Michigan. So I think that he has a leg up. Deion Henry is a holdover, former safety, now converted linebacker, very athletic, good cover linebacker. There's a holdover from last year's roster. He's in the mix, and they brought him back. Denzel Perryman, who they drafted from several years ago, brought him back as a veteran in the room. So that particular group, out of 2 of those, 3 are going to start, obviously. It's just a question of who.
Right.
And I think it's definitely Junior because he knows the system. And then the second one's going to be between Denzel and Deion. Now, I like Deion personally more so for my money. He's more athletic. He's less injury prone. He's bigger. He's faster. I really think that that, and he can be a 3-down linebacker. He can cover. So I like Deion's skill set more so I like Denzel's. But
Okay.
Denzel is more of a run stopper. He's not
Gotcha.
really a very versed in a coverage, model. But I
Right.
believe you can put Junior and Deion on the field, kind of give me that. And then being coached by Navarro Bowman is a blessing too. Let's not
Oh,
overshadow.
hell yeah.
Being coached by Navarro Bowman is another thing that I love about that particular outfit.
A dog.
But them two young bulls, I think that they can give me some a level of Fred Warner, slash I won't put the juju on Deion because the other guys say shit, but maybe like a
Right.
Devin White and Levante David type of outfit. When you pair them up and let them really get to working well with each other, I think that that young tandem can be good for us in the interior. In the 34. So I like Junior Colson and Deion to start, and Denzel, kind of be that veteran mentor. But I want Junior and Deion to start for my money.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. So the cornerbacks, it's going to be definitely a battle. Christian Fulton's coming over from the Titans as a free agent
Okay.
on a 1-year deal. We still have Asante Samuel Jr. on his 4th year. We drafted Cam Hart, Tarheed Steele. We drafted him as well. Jasir Taylor and Dean Leonard are holdovers from 2 years ago. We drafted 2 guys that run 4.3 40s, very fast and physical corners. So this particular room is going to be really going to be competitive, in my opinion. I think that it's anybody's job to take. They were talking about Christian Fulton and Asante Samuel being outside corners and being criticized for being poor tacklers. So they say that, can't you get away with the idea of having 2 poor tacklers on the edge, and, in rundowns? But again, I don't put too much, stock into that because tackling is an effort drill. It's all about effort. If you really want to tackle, be a good tackler, you're gonna be a good tackler. It's not
Right.
it's not as detrimental or uncoachable as things like speed and agility, right? So, I'm just curious about who's gonna start. I mean, for my money, I would start Christian Fulton and Sonny Samuel, Cam Hart, and Jaseel Taylor. That would be my 4. I love Cam Hart's physicality. I think he'd be more versed playing outside than inside. Obviously, he's not a slot guy. He's more of an outside corner. But again, the kid plays physical. He has a nose for the football. I like his game. I like his tape. Yeah, I really believe that Jaseel Taylor could be a slot cover guy. Yeah, and you can just mix and match how you're going to do Fulton and the Samuel Simons. But those are the top 4 I want to see. And then you can fill in with Taheed and Dean with 5 and 6. So hopefully that will be how things go. That'll make our defense the best it can be. But those are the 3 groups I'm really looking at. Wide receiver, the competition of wide receiver, who's going to win out in that particular room, who's going to win out inside linebacker, and who's going to win out in corner. But I think everything else has a pecking order to a degree. Outside of running back, maybe. But again, they're saying Gus Edwards is going to be the lead dog. So we'll see. But those are the 3 positions I'm looking at. You got any questions about that? Anything that you want to get more insight on?
No, that's great takes. And like you said, when you're getting coached by Navarro Bowman, for those who don't know, Navarro Bowman was at San Francisco when Patrick Willis was there, and probably
that was Harbaugh's time.
Yeah, and probably was the early indicators when you have 2 linebackers that can cover the field sideline to sideline. That may have been the first time.
That was the start of that run of good, 2 good interior linebackers. Yes,
the Patrick, the Devin White, Patrick, Queen type of linebacker situation, right? That you got guys that can stay. 3 down linebackers. They can stay in cover. They can catch tight ends. They can swing with running backs, but they can feel the run. They may have been the first. Because I don't know.
Right.
You think of Patrick Willis and Bowman together.
Angry.
Angry. Pit bulls and everything looked like steak.
Yes, angry and bad intentions.
Yeah, but that was great takes. Like I said, that was great takes. Hearing what you said about Henley, I'm more interested to really pay attention.
Oh, I definitely like his game. I definitely do.
Yeah,
I definitely like his game. I think that and again being coached up by Navarro Bowman, I think is going to do nothing but help his game. I think that he ultimately, we look at that, that's the future. Denzel might be a holdover because he's a veteran.
Right.
If he does
Right.
play early, but Junior and Deion, I think, will be the future of this particular group, in my opinion.
So I do have one question when it comes to the cornerbacks. If I heard you correctly, do you not feel that Asante Samuel has one of those cornerback positions completely locked down?
He does. I think he does.
Okay.
It's just a question of
Okay.
whether what side of the ball he's going to be on. I think that
Okay.
they move him around a lot. I mean, again, but this is talking about Brandon Staley and his quirkiness, right? He played a little
Right.
outside last year. He played a little outside. So I think he's an outside corner. He's a zone
Right.
coverage corner, just like his dad.
Right.
So I think they just had to figure out exactly what his best role is in this new defense. But I do
Okay.
believe if he has the leg up, I think him and Christian Fulton have a leg up from
Okay.
experience and a talent perspective, and everybody else is kind of have to shine to supersede them. But
Right.
again, but Jasir Taylor's going into year 3, and that's kind of when he feel like people kind of click. Sertan and other people really clicked in year 3. So if he can
Okay.
click in year 3, like some other guys, I'm not comparing them to them, but just the mental aspect of it. If it clicks for him, his skill set lends to the idea that he can cover anybody in this league because he's he's super fast, he's tall, like I say, he runs a 4.3 easy in his sleep. I mean, so the kid can play. It's just a question of can he play better in camp and look better to Jesse Minter than Fulton and Samuels do.
Okay. That now I catch it. I was a little confused with what you were saying. This previously, he was just moved all around, not because he's not that dude, but Staley just had him in all different positions. So
Correct.
I'm clear on that now.
Okay. All right, so we'll see how things shake out when it comes to position battles. But again, they report on the 16th. The rookies will be in camp in the next week, and then the veterans will be in the week after that. So we'll get things rolling and see how things go. But we'll definitely be covering that off as news comes in.